this beautiful day. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz, and it is my delight to have another glorious Sunday morning to share the love. If you feel like you would like to stand up and move your body to this opening song, I invite you to do so. I love this song. There's a winding road where I learned to run. The race is long, oh, but it can be won. With every step we're taking, with every choice we're making, with every bend in the road, we get stronger. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe we can share the dream. There's a dead-end street where I used to play, but I found my wings, oh, I can fly away. Below the street lights fading, ahead is my future waiting. Beyond all these doubts and fears, I can see it. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe we can share the dream. Here we go. We can share the dream, we can share the dream. Yes, we can. We can share the dream, we can share the dream. Whoa, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach out, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach up, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. Sharing the future, share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe we can share the dream. We can reach up. Woo, yes, good morning once again, beautiful, beautiful humans. Oh, I feel good today. I think I'm in the holiday spirit because Desert Voices has had their concert here the last 2 nights, and it's been just absolutely wonderful. Grateful to share this space with them and have their energy in here. And yeah, I would invite you to come see the show this afternoon at 4 o'clock, but I think they're sold out. I'm getting a yes. They are sold out today. So you'll have to wait till next Christmas if you want to see them do a Christmas concert. But I know they're doing a concert in the spring, and maybe it'll be here. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we are a spiritual community here at Unity of Tucson. We are here to teach practical tools for a better life. And that is my whole point and purpose of engaging in this thing called spiritual practice, because I have found that it has made my life better. So I just like to share it with everyone, what I have learned and what I teach, and you get to decide what it is you believe. Now, you may hear some things today that will press up against some beliefs for you. You may not believe everything you hear today, and that is absolutely okay. Because what I think we are here to do is to address and look at our beliefs and determine what is working for us, because our beliefs create our experience. That is a fundamental premise of what we teach here at Unity of Tucson, that our beliefs create our experience. We have a vision and mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for us to exclaim out loud together the words of our vision statement. Here they are. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The vision is how we see the world, and the mission is how we get there. So let's state together out loud the words of our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. If you're joining us for the first time today, let me first acknowledge anyone who may be joining us online for the first time today and say that I'm delighted that you've decided to share your energy and your time with us here at Unity of Tucson. Whether you're watching live in the moment this Sunday morning or you're watching on the archive, you are a blessing, and I'm deeply grateful that you are here. If you would go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there, we will keep this connection going. If you are here in the room for the first time today, and if you are comfortable with identifying yourself, would you please stand up so that we can spread some love on anyone who's here for the first time, brand new. Grateful to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remain standing for just a moment because Ross has got these gifts that he's handing out to you, but we have something else that we want to let you know, and that is that we know something about you because we knew you were going to be here today. We did our research. And so this is what we have found out. Is everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you for being here, shining your light and sharing your magnificence. You can be seated. Yes, now we know that about you because you are a reflection of each and every one of us. And so I think it is important that we all exclaim this for ourselves. I am magnificent. How does that feel? That was a pretty good response, but I think it can be even better. Let's say this again. I am magnificent. Yes, I love that energy. Please welcome to the platform Susan Smith, one of our licensed Unity teachers. At the moment, you're our only licensed Unity teacher. Susan Smith is here to light the flames of faith. This is a ritual, yes. This is a ritual we've adopted here at Unity of Tucson with this understanding that for each candle that we light in honoring one of the traditions of the world, we are recognizing that every single one of them is born from one golden thread, and we call that golden thread love. Susan.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Okay. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universal religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony, and for any seekers who may be unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are keeping for them in our hearts. We light this final candle to represent the healing of any circumstance that requires divinity to be revealed. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Susan. The candle here on your left is our peace candle. We keep the peace candle consistently illuminated. You know, sometimes my brain goes to interesting places. This is the very sacred nature of this candle. So during the concert last night, this candle stays lit. There was this one thing that happened in the concert, and the candle was over there, and it fell over. And I'm in the back going, It was all handled. It's still lit. The grateful for electronic technology that keeps the batteries running. We do keep this candle consistently illuminated with this idea that it is representing the consistent illumination of peace in our hearts. And as we allow that inner peace to inform our thoughts, our words, our deeds, our intentions, our actions, we, right where we are creating a more peaceful world. And so let's honor this candle by reciting together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. So it is. Amen. Today, we have a glorious prayer chaplain who's going to join us on stage to offer a reading, to guide us in our monthly affirmation, and also to lead us in prayer. So would you please welcome our prayer chaplain today, Mirta Nebeker.
Good morning. Oh, it's loud enough. I scare myself. So today I'm going to share a reading from the book, This Life is Yours, by Linda Martella Whitsett and Alicia Whitsett. Affirmation for life. I am in tune with the animating power of life. Every part of me, material and spiritual, is thrumming with life. I feel for flowing, pulsing, thrilling ideas, and I give life to them. I'm running in life-producing, life-sustaining, and life-enhancing circles. Everything I give life to lives. I am a vital presence. The life I am contributes, blesses, encourages, and inspires. Thank you. And so today, I recognize, I know that there's only one all-powerful creator that's the same for everyone and everything, and I'm part of it. Because this creator has attributes, I have the same attributes as the creator. Because spirit is love, I am love. Spirit is life, I am life. Spirit is wisdom, I am wisdom. Spirit is peace and harmony, I am peace and harmony. Spirit is light, I am light. And this light shines brightly in ever enlarging circles. And it touches and it heals everyone and everything in this community, in this country, in this planet, in the entire universe. Yes, there's only one creator, and I'm part of it. And so I am safe. All is well. And so it is.
So it is. Amen. Thank you, Mirta. Shall we do the affirmation?
All right. As long as it's there,
It's there.
I can do it.
There it is.
Okay, so I'm going to read it first. You know the drill. I read it first. We try to sink into that thought.
3 times.
And then we'll try to say it together. The affirmation for this month is, I am constantly guided by and centered in the vitality of my divine intelligence. Identity, I'm so sorry. So now, let's try it if you like to say it together. I am constantly guided by and centered in the vitality of my divine identity. And one more time. I am constantly guided by and centered in the vitality of my divine identity.
Thank you. Let's take a moment to engage in the breath and settle in to a reflective space, to know that right where we are, all is well. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. I know that we are held in the hands of grace, for right where we are, the infinite divine power is, for there is no separation. So I let that be the point of view from which all else unfolds, here and evermore. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace. I was delighted a few months ago to introduce our featured singer today to our community, and I'm so grateful that he has decided to come back and join us and regale us with his magnificent gift. Would you please welcome with our featured song of the day, Armand Dertadian. Thank you.
It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me back. We hope you enjoy this. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe.
Armin Dertanian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love talent. Wow. So this morning, when we were rehearsing, Armin said, do you know who made that song famous? I said, well, I know that Elvis recorded it. He said, but before, and he said, Frankie Valli, right? Frankie Lane. Sorry, my brain. Frankie Lane. And I was like, okay. And then, but I have some more history on this song. So it was written in 1953. It was written as a response to the Korean War. Yeah. And there was a television show. Now, think about 1953. This is like the very first couple years of television. There was a television show it was a television show of Jane Froman. And she basically would bring on these acts, and she was a singer herself, and she decided that for her TV show, she wanted to cheer people up in the wake of the Korean War. So she went to her musicians, and she said, write me a song that's going to cheer people up. And that's the song that was written. And it is considered to be the first time that a chart-topping hit was ever presented on television. And it was a chart-topping hit. Yeah, it's a great song. And it's been in my heart to have it part of our Sundays, and I'm grateful that you're the one who brought it. Thank you so much. This is the third Sunday of Advent, and so there are a couple of things that are happening. Number one, we are continuing our exploration of this thing called life, because that's what the theme for the month of December is. Life, the power of life. And within the power of life, we're looking specifically at some of these attributes of the themes of Advent. Now, this morning, I'm going to call myself out, and I'm going to call out the Unity movement, because the Unity movement has done something funny. I just want to acknowledge, so there's something happening in the monitors that is really loud to my ear. Just letting you know, if there's something you can do about it, it would be amazing. There we go, it's gone. Yes, thank you. So it's the third Sunday of Advent. Now in Unity, for some reason, they have swapped the themes of the Sundays. In traditional Christianity, today would be all about joy, but and the fourth Sunday of Advent, I don't know what that's all about. The fourth Sunday of Advent would be all about love, right? But in Unity, we have switched it. So we celebrate on the third Sunday love, and on the fourth Sunday, joy. So we're going to go with love today. So actually, now I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, I shouldn't have gotten there yet. It's going to be a day. Can you tell? I want to talk a little bit more about the song, because there's a lyric in the song, actually, that's going to launch me into talking about love today. The lyric that I love, one of my favorite lyrics from this entire song is this: I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe. Now, can you affirm that perhaps as a belief that you carry. I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but just check in with yourself. Is that a belief that you maybe can carry in your own heart? I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. Now, we use the metaphor of light a lot. Lots of candles and the peace candle, and we light the flames of faith and everything, right? We use it a lot. And that's because I approach my entire ministry with this understanding that you are the light. That these candles are simply representations of that which is inherently you. That the core of love that runs through all of these traditions is the core of love, the same core of love that runs and expresses by means of you. This candle of peace, this light of peace, is the same light of peace that is who you are. And I have found that to be very beneficial in my life. To remember that I get to shine the light of love, and that my light can never be diminished unless I decide for it to be diminished. And so we're not lighting Advent candles here, as is tradition. But if we were lighting Advent candles, today would be the candle we light for love. So the ultimate message for me today is this: that we, each and every one of us, step up to answer the call of love. To answer the call of love that is both out there and within our own hearts. In the Daily Word today, I loved what was written about love in the Daily Word today. The Daily Word described love today as both a noun and a verb, which it is. It is both a feeling and an intention. And I will go so far as to say, and I think I will have support in this room, that love is the most important intention that we can move forward in life with. Love is primary. Love is primary. It surpasses all other ideas and across all religious ideologies. It surpasses all other ideas. So today, are we willing to answer the call to love? Our mission statement, the very first two words of our mission statement are love only. To what degree are you living that, if you choose to live it? I choose to live it. Sometimes I fall down. I said a couple weeks ago, that I've had times in my life where I've lost my temper. That's not a very loving response to situations. But I have worked in my life to not lose my temper because it's so much better on the other side of it, to be love. In the Gospel of Matthew, I'm doing some scripture today. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is questioned by one of the Pharisees. And this question is asked: "Teacher, which commandment is the greatest?" Teacher, which commandment is the greatest? This is Jesus' reply. "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment." So let me just ask you, is there any part of that triggers you? I'm like, am I really waiting for a response? I'm not really sure. That's yes, because it says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart," right? What if we understand the Lord to mean, as it does, the spiritual I am that I am? That's what Lord means. The spiritual, inherent I am that I am. And so what this is saying, the Lord your God, you shall love the activity of your own spiritual I am with all your mind and all your heart. Seeming dualism, but it's not at all what is meant here. This is the call, the first and only, the true commandment, that we love. God is the wholeness, the allness, right? That's what we teach here. God is everything there is. There is no God out there. And so when we say God, what we're saying is the allness, the creative essence of the universe. What we are saying is God being a synonym for love. So love. Love it all. Love every single person you encounter, whether you like them or not. Love. Love with all your mind and all your heart. That is the only commandment. It's the only thing really, well, I mean, we teach a lot of things here. But it's the thing that I always choose to root myself back to. In what way can I be more loving? In what way can I express more love? In what way can I accept more love? How do I live within the infinite circulation of love without ever putting a kink in the flow? Who am I in this? And is everyone I encounter a reflection of the inherent love that I am? The only answer to that is yes. That's the only answer. Here's another thing to consider about that quote that I know I've just taken it away, but in that scripture quote, the word love is a translation from the Greek word agape. You ever hear of that word? Yeah. And there's a clarity that the Greek language looks at in terms of defining different ways and aspects and being love. I mean, I think I've done a talk in the past, there are like 9 different words for love in the Greek language. So in this particular scripture passage, the original Greek is agape. And agape is not about the love we derive. It's not about an affectionate, loving feeling. It's about a welcoming beingness that we inherently are. It is that inner sense rather than the outer activity of love that this passage is referring to. And so when you have a little bit more clarity around that, the call for each and every one of us is to be a welcoming beingness of love. And yet, the outer activity, right? Because here's the thing, we oftentimes try to derive the love. We try to get it from out there. We're trying to, just want the love, right? And when I have that, I spent a lot of my life wanting love, and it got me into a lot of really bad situations because I wanted love more than I had a welcoming beingness in reflection for myself. And so I've had some challenges. Well, I don't have any challenges in that anymore because I learned my lesson many times. But the last time I learned it was the last time I learned it. So the outer activity is a direction of the inner beingness. So if we recognize ourselves as that welcoming beingness of love, then everything in our experience is the unfoldment of that welcoming beingness. Too often, I think we try to derive it from out there. This is what it is. This is the call. This is what it is to be love right where we are. Right where we are. And let the inner love direct and inform our outer lives. No matter what. Catch that? No matter what. We're talking unconditional love here. So here's the thing. If we are unconditionally engaged in this beingness, this wholeness of being as love, we should not do it for the purposes of having it returned to us. It must be unconditional. Here's the good news, though. If you live that life, then it is returned to you. But if we are out there requiring that it be returned to us, it's going to be a rough go. It's going to be a rough go. So my question today is this, of the many questions that I ask every single week, which I invite you to ponder. Where do you, and I really would like you to ponder an answer to this question. Where do you set the limit on what you are willing to do to bring people together in love? I'm going to say that question again because I know it's a lot of words. Where do you set the limit on what you are willing to do to bring people together in love? Are you willing to face places of discomfort within yourself to ensure the comfort of others. To love so unconditionally that you find that place in your heart that is uncomfortable with it. Are you willing to do that? What is discomfort? Here's the thing about discomfort. Discomfort is self-imposed limitation. That's it. Any sense of discomfort is something that we have imposed upon ourselves. It's maybe something that we have learned along the way and adopted without realizing we're adopting it, some idea that when we are pressed up against it and faced with it, it brings up within us an expression and an experience of discomfort. But you're the ones who are in charge of that discomfort. So, are you willing to face any discomfort within yourself to ensure the comfort of others? There's a show on HBO Max that I have been watching for it's in its third season now. Third season just started being released this past week. It's a show called We're Here. Yeah, it's a great show. Such a good show. And I'm going to explain to you the construct of this show. It is 3 drag queens that travel around the country going into small communities and putting on drag shows with people in those communities, inviting people in those communities who are in the alphabet mafia, the LGBTQIA world, and allies. I mean, the A is for allies, right? Inviting allies to participate this. And oftentimes, I love when they bring the allies in to participate in this expression and in this experience, because they are there to say, I fully, wholly support you through my discomfort into understanding the ways in which you may have been marginalized. You know, there's someone who very famously worked with the marginalized. His name was Jesus. I think sometimes people forget that. So in what way and I will recommend this show. Watch the show, it's fantastic. But it brings up the question for me, to what degree am I living in my own discomfort around my life? And how am I choosing to move forward? How do I choose to be? True unconditional love is not always comfortable. It requires deep self-reflection. True unconditional love is not always comfortable. This is mirrored in Buddhism. This construct is mirrored in Buddhism as well. Seeing themselves in others, those who are in a state of higher consciousness feel compassion for all and hold only positive thoughts about them. That's the call. Knowing who we are as love means that we understand that about every single person we encounter and hold positive thoughts only, loving thoughts only about them. I'm having a moment because I feel like the words are lower than they usually are today. Like, I think I messed up in my formatting. Anyway, compassion. I want to talk about compassion. Compassion in the Buddhist sensibility is unconditional love. Now, you can look at the root of the word compassion, and it means to suffer. Did you know that? To suffer with is what compassion means, but I love articulating it and reclaiming that word as unconditional love. So is this possible for you? And this is a rhetorical question. Is this possible for you? Is this how you choose to live your life? I strive, like I said before, I strive to live this in every single moment, even in the face of utter challenge. So what challenges you to the idea, and by the idea, of love only? In what way are you faced with those challenges in your everyday life? Because if you're faced with those challenges, it has nothing to do with out there. It has everything to do with what's right here. And if you are willing to take a look at that and understand that it is possible for you to move beyond that seeming challenge by love only, your life will get better, and those experiences will dissipate and eventually completely fall away. You will not have those experiences anymore. I'm still working on it. I'm going to give you all an out. I'm letting you all off the hook because I still work on it sometimes. When it shows up, which is rarer, it's more and more rare that it shows up in my life. So what challenges you by the idea of love only? Last week, we had feedback from a guest who was here for the very first time. And I don't usually talk about these kinds of things because it was not good feedback. I know, everybody's going, what? It happens. I don't get myself lost in that, but I was really thinking about it a lot because I thought to myself, you know what, we strive to be a loving community here, and one person's experience means that there's more than one person who's had the experience that this person outlined. And I just want to acknowledge that they wrote and said that they did not feel seen or acknowledged. Now, I do what I can to ensure. This is somebody who said, I did stand up. And, we say, you are magnificent, and still did not feel seen or acknowledged. Mostly because of the experience they had socially afterwards. It made me think about how we get lost in our own comfort in our community. This happens. And we tend towards being with those with whom we have developed a level of comfort. This is natural, and there's no blame here. I just want to be very clear. There is nothing wrong with that. And I would love for those of us who are longtime active members of this community to actively engage with others as well, more consistently. So this is a call to each and every one of us to engage. There are people who are joining us here for the very first time today. Are you willing to acknowledge their level of comfort with being approached? And it's a game we play too, right? But acknowledge the level of comfort with them being approached and say hello. That's what it takes. Say hello. Make a connection. Because when I say we are a community that is rooted in love only, I mean it. I mean it. I want us to demonstrate in the world of expression the love that we claim we are within. Take a moment to look around this room. Just take a look, catch the eye of other people. Maybe catch the eye of someone whom you may have never noticed before or may be new to you. Just see the light of love in this room. I want to acknowledge everyone who's watching online, that while we cannot see your faces, we acknowledge the energy and the presence of love that you are. See the God essence in the faces of every single person you experience. I look around and I see such magnificence. I see such beauty. I see infinite joy. And I am so grateful for the opportunity that I have every week to stand up here and see you, which is why I wanted you to turn around and see each other. Because this is a great place to be, isn't it? To be able to see. But take the opportunity to look around and acknowledge and love people up. That's the call today. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. You are that candle. You are that light of love. You get to shine through that darkest night. And I wanted to end today with this from the Tao. The world is transformed by those who love all people just as you love yourself. That's how we transform the world, by loving others in the way that we love ourselves. So many of us want a better world. That's how it begins. That's how it begins. Right where we are, it begins with love only. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The homework this week is very simple. Make a loving connection with somebody new. You can do that today, or you can do it out there in the big, scary world. purposefully make a connection with somebody new, with love in your heart. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. Just take in whatever kernel of truth has resonated in your heart today. Allow yourself to sense the warmth of love right at your core. Let yourself be easeful and joyful in this moment.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could ever be said, and right here in this holy silence, I find God. I find myself. I find God when I find myself. For that which is all there is. And we are, each and every one of us, part of that infinite wholeness. There is no separation. God is all there is, and this is our divine identity. This is our core identity. No aspect of us is not divine. No aspect of us is not holy. No aspect of us is not magnificent. We are divine, holy, magnificent expressions of the One, the infinite power and presence that is, the creative source of all. With this in mind, I lay claim to the idea that there is that within each and every one of us that connects with the infinite love at our core and allows it to spread forth and express and be reflected in every single person we encounter. I trust in this wholeheartedly. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know this to be so. And it is with gratitude overflowing that I allow it to unfold perfectly, easily, and effortlessly as I release this word and know it as such. And I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence, I find God. Oh, I find God. I find myself.
Would you please welcome to the platform the Vice President of our Board of Directors, William Summers.
come here, I think, season of giving, and this place really is a gift, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It really is. And I'm going to give you a gift today. Instead of standing up here and getting grief from me, I'm going to give you the gift of being able to stand aside.
Oh, thank God.
While I have a conversation.
All right.
The reason I'm doing this is because what I'm actually going to be talking about is our pledge program. This is the last Sunday that you're able to pledge. And we often hear from the minister, about this. And I thought it just might be nice to hear from one of the regular peeps out here. And where I'm going with this is, this is really a gift to the board and to our community, because we're planning a budget next Sunday when we hold our annual meeting. It's our budget meeting, and it really, really makes it a lot easier for us to plan if we have some idea of what's coming in. Now, I'd like to clear up a couple of things that I sometimes hear about the pledge program. One of them is, and I felt this myself when I was younger, is it's a money grab. It's not a money grab. We're going to get that money regardless. I mean, that's just who we are. But what it does, it allows us to plan, to make responsible decisions to you, our members, who have elected us as board members. The next thing I kind of hear once in a while is, oh, but what if my transmission breaks down, or I have some big catastrophe happen that's costing me a lot of money? If you go to the website, you see we've got an out for you on that. And, we know life happens. It happens to all of us. If something happens that drains your financial resources, we don't expect you to keep giving at the rate that you are giving. You adjust. This is what we do. As Jonathan often says up here, if something isn't working, make a different choice. And that's what we expect you to do. But let me throw this out there. Why go to that place where if something bad happens, what am I going to do now that I've pledged? How about if instead you go to the place about, what if something magnificent happens in my life? Is there an opportunity for me to increase my pledge? The same holds true for that. You absolutely can, if you buy that winning lottery ticket, if you get that big raise, not a problem. We'll gladly accept your increase in your pledge. So when I go down from here, I'm actually going to be walking out into the lobby. If you have any questions, any concerns, if you just want to feel some joy about, I'm a little more closely connected to this community and I'd like to pledge, I'll be out there by the table by the entry doors. Please come and see me, and I would be glad to answer any questions you have. And from the board, thank you so much for the gifts that you give us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, William. If you would like to scan, you can make your pledge online right now using your phone. That's the QR code for our pledge program. I'm just being very clear that this is for the pledge program. So I'm not seeing any more phones up, so now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to I'm going to go to this one. There we go. If you would like to scan to give today, this is the QR code for electronic giving. And as the baskets come around, there are cards that you can indicate that you've given electronically. And I am deeply grateful for all that you give. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. That QR code will stay up as we sing our giving song and pass our baskets. God is my source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Joy is my source, Joy is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Faith is my source, faith is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Yes, I have everything I need. Our other prayer chaplain here today is going to guide us in our blessing of the offering. So the baskets are making their way down here.
All right. Okay, so we've been working on this for the last couple of weeks. And you know, as a chaplain, as one of your prayer chaplains, I get to do a number of things. This is my favorite thing. Absolutely my favorite thing. Because I love to bless. Yes. The more I bless and the more I live in gratitude, the more I have to give. The more I give, the more I receive. It is a glorious, glorious thing. And so now we have the option, we have the wonderful opportunity to bless what we give, our gifts. And I'm going to ask the two of you to turn around, all right? So now we've worked on this. The first thing we do is we get our energy going. We know that, all right? The second thing we do is we bless these gifts. That's what we say. But I want you to see these gifts as we take them out. I want you to see them going out. I want you to see them blessing this wonderful minister. And we're going to give him the best salary ever. Our musicians, okay? I mean, really, we are people of abundance.
Yes.
This is where we live. This is what we do. We give and we give. So anyway, so I want you to see that. I want us to actually, when we are blessing these gifts, I want us to see it tenfold. I want you to see those gifts coming out of that basket. We have more gifts than we can possibly place in those baskets. Are you with me on this? Oh, yes. Okay. So we are going to get our energy going here. Let's do that. And yes, it's up on the wall. That's great. We bless these gifts. And we see these gifts going out
and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You've seen this. I do want to let you know the progress of our pledge program. Just the progress of our pledge program. We've projected our expenses next year. I think I've said it the last couple of weeks at $363,000. That's what it takes to operate this place. The last projected income that I show was $178,000 from the pledge program alone, and you have made that happen. So thank you for that. Yes. Just a reminder, we are seeking board members. There are 2 positions available on the board for election. The election will take place in February, but we begin the nominating process now. So if you have an interest in sharing your gifts, your talents, in helping run an organization with this community, please have a chat with me, have a chat with Sherry Hoffman, who is not in the room anymore. Or you can speak with Karen Ives or Mary Alls. And Karen is back there waving her hand. Yes, just have a chat with one of us. We will talk to you all about what that takes and what the requirements are. I do want to let you know that Sons of Orpheus is having their holiday concert next week. This concert is dedicated to the memory of Darwin, one of our magnificent members. Yeah, who made his transition a few weeks ago. And they have dedicated this concert to his memory. There are tickets available at sonsoforpheus.org. It's Friday night at 7 p.m., so join us for that. And then join us on the next day. If you're going to Gaslight, you're going to join us on the next day. But join us the next week for our Christmas Eve candlelight service, which is going to be on Saturday, December 24th at 6 p.m. And just a reminder, we will not be having service on Sunday morning, Christmas Day. We're going to let you all stay home and eat your coffee cake and open gifts. That's what I'm going to be doing. So join us for Christmas Eve candlelight service. It's going to be a magnificent service, and I'm so excited for what we're offering this year. What else is happening? There is going to be a potluck dinner, however, on Christmas Day here at Unity of Tucson, 2 p.m. If you would like to sign up in the foyer, you can do that, or you can email mollyhnelson@gmail.com to let us know what you are intending to bring if you are joining us for our Christmas Day potluck dinner. Membership orientation. If you are interested in Unity being your spiritual community as an active member, the next membership orientation class, which is one of the steps that is required to become an active member, is happening on January 7th at 10 a.m. Can you believe we're talking about next year already? It'll be in the Annex Room 3, or you can join us via Zoom. Email me if you are going to join via Zoom, and I will send you the Zoom link. We also have a class that is coming beginning on January 11th. It will be 8 consecutive Wednesdays. The class is Prosperity. Yes. Focused on the book Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth and Prosperity by Charles Fillmore. You can register online or in the Desert Light Book and Gift Store. I will be facilitating that class, and I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite. I love teaching prosperity classes, so looking forward to having a lot of people join me in that. What else is happening? Today's prayer chaplain's in service. There is a slight change. Mirta had to leave. She came and let me know right before service that she was not going to be able to stay today. So Sandy Solomon is a prayer chaplain in service. Do I have another prayer chaplain who would volunteer to be in service today? Yes, I see Deborah Roberts back there. So Deborah and Sandy will make themselves available for a moment of prayer on either side of the sanctuary, about halfway down. And if you have something that's on your heart that you would like to have them pray over, seek them out following the service today. There is also a prayer intention box. You can write out your prayer intentions and put them in the box. Those are prayed over by our entire prayer chaplain team, and those requests are also sent to Silent Unity, which is Unity's worldwide prayer ministry. So avail yourself of the prayer. I was going to say prayer warriors. I hate using that word because it sounds so not good. The magnificent prayer chaplains that we have here, avail yourself of their glorious, glorious consciousness. Thank you so much for your service. I want to say thank you to everybody for a magnificent day. I want to say, first of all, thank you to our technical team, Don and Tyler and Rowan in the back. So grateful for the way that you allow us to be heard and seen in so many different ways, in the room, online, and what they do that you are completely unaware of is magnificent, so thank you. I want to say thank you to our prayer chaplains today, Mirta Nebeker and Sandy Solomon. Thank you so much for your service today. I want to say thank you to Susan Smith, who guided us in our Flames of Faith ceremony. Yes, yes, yes. There you are. I was expecting you over here, but there you are. And thank you, Deborah, for stepping up and serving as a prayer chaplain today. I want to say thank you to this magnificent musical team. Yes, Linda and Paul and Raphael. I get to have fun with some of the best musicians in this town every single week. And yeah, I'm so grateful. Let us absolutely give it up for Armin Dertadian, this magnificent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful that you share your gifts with us. Thank you. There is going to be a cookie exchange in Harmony Hall and social time in Harmony Hall following the service today, so please join us for that. And please remember, connect with somebody new today. Connect with somebody new today. As we complete our time here, I invite you to join me as we recite this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. and so it is. Amen. I changed the song that we're closing with. If you want to move your body to this song, I love this song.
I had a dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky and danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Ooh, 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 ooh. I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright, the sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. Whoa. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Everybody's all right, everybody up now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.